It is certainly a strange time. It is very nice to, even under these strange circumstances, it's very nice to catch up with you. It's been a minute since I have caught up with you, so I hope all has been well.
Yeah, I know it's been a while. I mean, everything's been great. We were really on a roll. And then this thing happened, so everything's sort of been a little slow now, but it's actually given me a lot of time to kind of go back into the lab and like fix things and clean things. And I don't know, I'm just trying to see the silver lining in all of this, and trying to put a positive spin on everything so I can at least try and help whoever wants help and kind of follows me or listens to my music and tries to like get something out of it really.
Yeah. First of all, where are you and where have you been over the past few weeks?
I'm at home. I'm in the UK. I'm quarantining with the family. It's been about 15 days now, so we should all be okay at this point, but yeah, we're just kind of trying to keep to ourselves until we get a better idea of what's going on.
Yeah. What have I want to get into How to Be Lonely, the song and video in a second. Have you been able to, you know, flex those creative muscles at all over the past few weeks and just either write or tinker on new songs, or what has that been like?
Yeah, it's actually really refreshing. There's not a lot of people around, and so you can go back into your laptop and look at some old ideas and try and sort of like finish things off that you would never really have time to do. I have a lot of friends that are in the same boat that are sort of sending over ideas, and we're just kind of bouncing things off one another. So it feels a little bit like a really nice, refreshing back to basic music routine, which I love. I'm just kind of singing on some guitar chords and piano chords and just some riffs and that, just something that hasn't got that much going on, and it actually feels really nice. And it's quiet, so there's just a lot of time to reflect.
Yeah. Has that been influencing what you're thinking about lyrically, just in terms of I think everybody's wondering what kind of art is going to be to result from this time period and this strange time in the world. Have you let that seep into your lyrics at all?
Yeah, but I've also tried to keep it as minimal as possible, more about emotions rather than what's actually happening in the world, because I just feel like, I don't know about other writers, but I just like to really speak with my feelings and my emotions. And I've also been wanting to kind of find a record that I can write that makes me also feel like I want to dance at this and in this strange time. So I'm also writing things like that because I just don't feel like um, I just feel like writing a great upbeat record right now is what I need. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm. So that's just what I'm doing, and I'm really good at those. So, I try to stick to that.
What have you been doing just outside of music in terms of just staying sane and keeping mental health in mind?
I've been working out. I've been doing home videos, which are hell because every time I look away, I have to like pause and try and go back. It's just like I don't know how people do this all the time. I've been doing some painting. I've been doing some cooking. I've been reading a lot. FaceTiming my family abroad all the time and my friends. I don't know. That's all I've been trying to do. I've been trying to stay productive, have um, you know, conference calls with my team and my company so we can really get, to see what's going on and things like that.
Got it. Well, that all sounds good. That all sounds positive. Um, I wanted to ask about How to Be Lonely, which came out a few weeks ago, and the video I believe came out last week. Where so this song's in the works before we all have to figure out how to be isolated. Um, where did this song come from, and why did it feel like the right time to put it out?
It's so crazy because obviously it's called How to Be Lonely. I mean, you couldn't even make it up, honestly, at this point. It came out a few weeks ago. I did it with Lewis Capaldi. It was just a moment in my life where I heard that record and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a really cool, I guess, perception of what people think a breakup song is. And it's a good angle. And I just don't feel like a lot of people talk about actually being alone. And they usually think, oh God, it sucks to be alone. So I just wanted to put a spin on it and see that it's okay, to, I guess, at times, no matter how cliche it sounds, to be alone or at one with yourself. And so that's what How to Be Lonely is about. It's definitely a breakup song, but from a different perspective.
Yeah, and then the music video. I mean, there's some really wild set pieces in this visual. I wanted to ask about where first of all, when and where did you film that video?
I filmed How to Be Lonely in LA in the top of January when I was taking my tonsils out, and it was before all this lockdown stuff happened. And me and Dave did a 72-hour day. Dave Myers is one of my favorite directors. We sat and thought about this whole concept and everything looking like a How to Be Lonely metaphor almost. And so I wanted to do all these things like standing on eggshells, being hugged by a bear, taking over the world with an alien. What else? I can't even. The lying in the silk with my heart on my chest. All these are metaphors about different emotions of how to go through a breakup. So, yeah.
Was the scene with the eggs? Were those actual eggs?
Yes, those were real eggs.
What?
So the thing was, yeah, they were real eggs, and Dave was like, okay, so you're just going to really just get into this now. And I was like, huh? And anyway, I did, because I am a trooper and I do anything for the art. And what happened was it went into places that I think are a bit inappropriate to say in this interview. But honestly, it was like the most amazing experience. And then I Googled it, and I think that it's healthy for your skin and stuff. So I was just kind of like trying to do two things at once.
The new skincare routine. Doing
just jump in a bowl, just jump in a bath of eggs.
That's incredible. Yeah, no, the song's great, and I'm curious as to its place on a larger project for you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is going to be a part of a larger project, because I wanted to do this like a solo single for me at this point. But with my larger project, it's definitely, this third album of mine is by far one of the most exciting things I've ever been a part of. It's just like I'm turning it 360. It's music like I've never done. I'm introducing live instrumentation, and really experimenting with other artists that from completely different genres that I wouldn't usually work with, and just seeing what happens. It's just a big old experiment, and I think that might be what this album is, just called Experiment. It's just really fun. It's full of like life, and it's all the artists that I really actually just like right now. So we'll see how that goes.